In this video, you're going to learn about the treatment station. And the treatment station is basically just like it sounds. It's a place that your dog can go to, usually a mat or a rug or a small blanket, where they get lots of good treats and good things happen there. This is something that can be really handy to take to the vet appointment with you or a grooming appointment with you, or even when you're just out and about and you want to maybe take your dog to a park and help them settle down a little faster. This is a great thing to have. And for your dog to have some experience with already. So watch Willow here. Basically what I'm doing is I'm going to be putting the mat down. This is a bath mat in this case. So I'll put the mat down, put lots of treats on it. Put the mat down, put lots of treats on it, and then what I'll do is I'll give her a little reset treat, so I'm sending her away from the mat, and my hope is that she'll come back to the mat on her own, and as soon as she does, I will go ahead and put a lot of treats on it again. As she gets better and better at this, what I'll do is I'll wait to see if she offers me a behavior, like maybe she'll sit or like she would lay down. And then what I'll do is I'll go ahead and reward that. And again, I'm going to give her a reset treat, send her away. Every once in a while, I'll pick the mat up because I want her to see that it's the mat that's bringing her the good treats, not necessarily a spot in the room as I'm practicing. So go ahead and just watch a little bit of that and see how she responds to this.
Good girl. Good job. Nice. Good. Good.
And then again, I'll just sort of wait it out. And if she lays down at some point on her own, then I'll go ahead and heavily reinforce that. I'm not going to require her to lay down, but I'm going to highly encourage it because ultimately that's what we want. We want to create a place where they feel like they can relax and settle in. So here you'll see that I'm going to add a little anticipation to the mix, which is always helpful.
Yes, good girl. Nice job. Good girl.
And just don't forget, you don't want to be too stingy with the treats here. We really want them to get quite a few treats in a row, like a jackpot, almost every single time.
Good girl. Good girl. Reset.
And then the other thing I like to do is just make sure I'm moving it around the room a little bit as kind of step 2. So that, again, she's not looking for a certain spot in the room as I'm practicing, but she's looking for the actual mat itself. And I'll just speed it up a little bit here so you can see the process a bit before we move on to step 3. So in step 3, what I like to do is then put the mat on different surfaces so that your dog gets used to going up on the mat on something. Because again, if you go to a vet's office or a groomer or anywhere where you just want to have your dog settle in, maybe on a bench or something like that, it's really helpful to then take that mat and be able to put it up on things. Having a dog get on a scale at the vet's office too can be really hard. So having a mat that can easily be transferred onto a scale, and then your dog already is familiar with going on the mat, and therefore the scale isn't so scary. So there's a really big benefit to practicing having your dog get on the mat on different surfaces. So again, I'll speed it up a little bit for you here so you can just see the process. So just don't forget to reset in between anywhere that you're doing this, and then lots of treats on the mat and just practice on different surfaces, and then start taking it into different rooms and practicing in different lower distraction settings before you think about adding higher distractions. I usually like to have people practice this for at least a few days in a row so that you can get some real momentum behind this and it can really stick in the dog's brain and they can really realize that, wow, I really want to find that mat. Okay, have fun.